Hey, YouTube. So, this is my first time going live on YouTube. I usually go live on Facebook, but my browser has been fighting with Facebook. So, I'm like, I'll just go live on YouTube. And this afternoon, I actually wanted to tell you guys about something that I've been trying the last 2 months or so. Okay, so starting a couple of years ago, I noticed that my fingertips would just periodically go numb on me. And when I looked at them, they had gone white, and it's like they'd lost all circulation because they were also extremely cold. Had no idea what to make of that. It seemed very random, but I did notice that it got a lot worse whenever I was physically cold. So wintertime was particularly difficult. Even wearing gloves, I noticed my hands would go very numb. I remember this one time my husband and I had gone out to a church function, and it was during the day, and the day was a bit cooler than I realized. So I wasn't dressed as warmly as I should have been. And by the time we left, it was later in the evening. And I told my husband, I'm like, I can't even buckle the kids in. My hands were just so numb. He had to buckle them in because I couldn't physically handle their buckles. Anyway, so in talking with other people, I had a friend of mine say, yeah, my hands do the same thing. And my doctor says it's carpal tunnel. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I've never gone to a doctor for it. But based off other people's descriptions, I don't know, it could be carpal tunnel. But so my mom recommended that I try B6, and she's like, okay, I have carpal tunnel, and my doctor told me that 90% of patients with carpal tunnel, B6 will help it, and the other 10% need surgery. And there's just nothing else they can do. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm willing to try the B6. And she's like, give it at least 3 months. Try it for 3 months solid. If there's no improvement, there may just not be anything that we can do to help. I'm like, okay, so I tried the B6 for 3 months. I did notice an improvement. But by the time winter rolled around again, it was bad. It was really bad. So I doubled up on the B6. And that did kind of help, but y'all, it was just terrible. Anytime my hands got cold, my fingertips were going numb, and it seemed like it'd take forever for the feeling and the circulation to come back. And I was just kind of at my wit's end as to what to do. So, as you know, I really enjoy doing things more naturally, especially when it comes to my health because of everything that I've learned. So I was doing a little research, and I decided to look into a supplement called Mineral Essence. In fact, I grabbed it so I could show it to you. Mineral Essence. I had heard of it. And in fact, there's a quote that I want to read to you about minerals in general. So this is according to Nobel Prize winner Linus Pauling, who is a PhD. And he says, you can trace every sickness, every disease, and every ailment to a mineral deficiency. So when I read that, I was rather intrigued. And I'm like, okay. So I decided that maybe what was causing this weird numbness and cold sensitivity in my fingers was a mineral deficiency. And I knew Young Living had a mineral supplement called Mineral Essence. And I had heard other people talk about it. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I'll give it a try. So y'all, the first time it came in, and the first time I tried it straight by itself. Don't do that. This stuff is nasty by itself. It was so bitter. Don't do that. It took quite a while to wash the taste out of my mouth. It was so bad. So what I found I had to do, I take it once a day, and I add it into my Ninja shot that I take in the morning. And even just the mineral essence with the Ninja was still horrible. Not quite as bad as mineral essence by itself, but it was still pretty bad. So what I had to do to make it palatable for me was add pineapple juice, which means I'm getting a little more sugar than I want to in the mornings. But I've been consistently taking the mineral essence, which is the important part. So, anyway, I've been doing that consistently for the past 2.5 months. I don't remember exactly when this bottle came in, when I've started taking it. I'd have to go back and check my order history. And I have not done that. Anyway, so I've been doing it consistently. And y'all, let me tell you, yesterday was amazing. So yesterday I had pulled some French fries out of the freezer that had been in there for entirely too long. They were like a giant block of ice. And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to break off the ice off of the fries so that I can actually cook them to go with our meal. And it was thick. It was really, really thick ice. And before, if I had done something like that within a minute or two, my hands would have been completely numb. And at the end of it, I looked at my husband and I said, look, they're not white. They're perfectly normal and they're not numb at all. And we were both just like, wow, that was so cool and amazing that, something I knew that normally would have affected my ability to eat, to use my hands, didn't. It didn't. And I was just so excited. So I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys because that has been amazing to me. And while the B6 did help, it didn't help that much, not to where it ever completely went away. It got better, but it never completely resolved to where my fingers stopped going numb. Now, I mean, I know winter will be the true test, and right now we're still in spring, so I've got a little ways to go. But just the fact that I played with a giant ice block and my hands stayed normal and pink and I could feel things was amazing. And I had to share that with you guys because I'm sure there are other people that suffer with that, their fingertips going numb as well. So yeah, maybe it's a mineral deficiency. Anyway, if you have questions, if you'd like to know more, please message me or comment on this post. I would love to talk to you some more about my experience or something that you're going through. All right, thanks guys. Talk to you later.